So guys, have you prepared anything yesterday? Like I have asked you to go through it and have some idea about those topics, what I was discussing yesterday.
Yes, I have gone through it.
Okay, okay. So let me have some answers from you guys. Okay. So first of all, guys, I would like to know what exactly do you know about the OOPS concept? What are the OOPS concept available as of now?
As of now,
Mm-hmm.
uh, uh, its concepts are like encapsulation, polymorphism, inheritance, and
Okay, okay. Which one is the one of the most valuable as part of the interview?
part of the
Interview.
as part of the what?
Interview preparation.
As the interview actually the total oops is only
Mm-hmm.
important as part of the interview. Everything is
Okay,
important.
okay. So guys, just I would like to update you here. Okay, whenever the interview is going to happen, now the most probably they will try to focus on this dynamic method overloading. Okay, so this is the one of the most important topic, and this is the only area where they pushed a lot. Okay, they ask lots of question as part of your OOPS concepts. Okay, so how many people are here who are aware about the Spring, who have ever worked on Spring? They can raise their hand actually. There is an option to raise your hand who are aware about the Spring. Okay, Ria. Santosh, do you know the Spring? Or Sweta, Suham, anybody know the Spring?
Not aware about Spring.
You don't know Spring. Okay,
No.
okay. Okay, what about Santosh?
Yes, sir, I'm totally.
You are aware about the Spring. Shubham?
Yeah.
Okay. Guys, you have the option of raising the hand. Okay, so this is the advantage here. Even the same thing was there as part of your Zoom meeting as well. Okay, so let me do one thing. Let me give some ideology about the Spring here. Okay, and in this way you will have more visibility about it. And meanwhile, slowly while I will discuss about the Spring, I will let you know how exactly those concepts are being used as part of your Spring. So whenever you would like to learn about the Spring, now first of all you need to focus on the basic thing. What is the basic thing? Mm, what is the basic thing? Let me show you. Okay, so I am saying Spring tutorial. Okay, from the tutorial point. Okay, so this is the tutorial point here. So just I would like to give you some ideology about the Spring. Why Spring came into the picture? What is the use of Spring? Okay, what is the importance of Spring? So first of all, on that day I just forgot the technology, that is EJB, Enterprise Java Beans. Okay, so Enterprise Java Beans having lots of problems. What was the problem? They was very heavy. Okay, heavy means they was having very huge amount of jar file size. Okay, means sometimes they make 50 MB, 100 MB. If you go through the Spring framework, no, it's only 3 to 5 4 MB of file is there. What exactly the Spring framework is? First of all, we need to understand. So Spring framework is on top of the Java. Like you can say ki we have some libraries. Okay, people, you are aware about the framework. What do you mean by framework? First of all, anybody aware about the framework? Don't know the framework? Okay.
Yes. Actually,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
framework is the abstraction over the technology.
Mm-hmm.
The Spring framework, like it is providing the interfaces, like it makes our work easy. Like we don't need to, like it provides some some interfaces that are predefined, that we like we no need to no ex- we
Mm-hmm. Your voice
with
is breaking actually. Yeah, your voice is breaking. Okay, let me give the idea. No problem. Let me give the idea. Your voice is breaking actually. Okay. So guys, see, framework is one kind of, you can say, the uh, platform. Like you say, we have the railway stations where the trains are coming. The same thing is here, like platform. it's also known as the framework, where we can have different kind of jar files, and those jar files are helping us to they having the inbuilt libraries which are helping us to achieve some particular functionality. We no need to do the things from the beginning itself. We have lots of functionalities, we have lots of libraries which are going to help us out to build the application. Okay, so first of all, I just would like to give you the visibility about the Spring framework. Okay, so Spring framework was first of all released in 2009 2003. Okay, which was under the Apache 2.0 license. But Apache is one organization which is open source, like they are simply providing the development of the products. Okay, that is open source most of cases. But right now Spring is not under the Apache, they are under the Pivotal. So Pivotal is another organization which is maintaining the Spring framework. Okay, and we have so many products available as part of the Spring. Spring was initially developed by the Rod Johnson, and as of now we are seeing in the market we have Spring 5.0. Okay, so one of the best advantage about the Spring is it's lightweight. We are getting only 2 MB of jar file, means minimum size I'm talking about, and even Spring we are getting in form of modular form. We no need to import entire project in a one shot. Whatever we want, that we are going to use. So if I read here, you will understand first of all the Spring framework is an open source Java platform that provides comprehensive infrastructure support for developing robust Java application very easily and very rapidly. Okay, so it has been developed by the Rod Johnson. This is a very basic question. Most of time we are just making some joke like, are you the what to say in Java? Who is the developer of Java? I forgot. What is the name of that?
Jane Gosling.
Mostly.
James Gosling.
James.
James Gosling. Yeah, the same way, like in terms of Spring, you should be to the Rod Johnson of the Spring. Okay, so like this, we need to learn the Spring in that much good way. Okay, and if we see Spring framework is most favorite and one of the best framework as of now. Before the Spring, we was having the EJB, which was very heavy, and for the deployment of the EJB, we need the application servers, which are already very heavy application servers. Spring can be deployed in your Tomcat server itself. You may have created some basic hello world kind of application. So Spring is very lightweighted, and even it's working in one kind of design pattern which is known as the dependency injection design pattern. Okay, dependency injection is a design pattern. Okay, you may also know the factory design pattern. So factory design pattern is also one kind of advantage in terms of Spring. If you see whatever object you need, that object is going to be created. Okay, Spring using some predefined mechanism, like it's following some lazy loading kind of stuff. So you may heard about like Hibernate works in lazy loading. The same thing Spring also work in lazy loading. Whenever the requirement will come, then only things are going to be object are going to be created. So let me read something. I just would like to keep some foundation for the Spring, because we are targeting here to learn the Spring, then Spring MVC, then Spring Boot, and microservices. All those things we are going to cover slowly. Okay, so just I would like to keep some foundation here, and meanwhile we will also focus on some Java interview question, but just I would like to cover some Spring kind of stuff today. Okay, so one question may be in your mind, why exactly Spring Boot is lightweight, why exactly it's not a heavy application, and how exactly things are working in terms of Spring. If you see here, this is the advantage here. Spring is using the POJO class, plain old Java object. So like every time what you are doing, you are simply creating one POJO class, like employee class is there, student class are there. So this is one of the best thing. Even you are doing some mapping in terms of the object creation. So see, the core feature of the Spring framework can be used in developing any Java applications, but there is an extension for the building web application on top of the Java EE platform. Spring framework targets to make JEE development easier to use and promotes the good programming practices by enabling a POJO based programming model. Okay guys, one thing I would like to tell you here, see what was happening in the beginning of the days. Once you have learned the core Java, you need to learn the advanced Java also. In advanced Java, servlet was very difficult. I can say for each and everything you need to create the object, you need to do the things. On top of that, JSP is there. JSP internally convert into the servlet, but for performing small actions also, each and every time you need to create object like a Java. Okay, and we don't want to keep that much efforts. So nowadays, what is the advantage? It means 5 years before, in means 5 years before, if I talk about the AMI now it was mandatory to learn the core Java, then advanced Java, then Spring. But right now, if you are comfortable enough and if you are ready for the challenge, now you can directly move forward from core Java to the Spring. I know in Spring you will face some challenges, but definitely trainers who are available there, the classes are there, they are going to help you out to provide some mapping, how exactly things are working in terms of advanced Java, how things are working in terms of Spring, and how exactly we can use the Spring in a very effective way. Okay, so one of the best thing is what are the basic advantage of Spring, how exactly Spring have overcome about all the legacy technologies, even you can integrate it. Okay, we was having the struts, we was having the AJB. You may not believe, guys, as of now, till now, Citibank is using the struts hamper, struts 2.0, and earlier they was using struts 1.0. If you have heard about the struts hamper, okay, so why they moved to the struts 2.0? Because struts 1.0 support has been stopped by the Apache. Okay, so that's why we are using struts 2.0. So that's why they migrated from struts 1 to struts 2. So why they was working on struts? Because their application was entirely in advanced Java. After advanced Java, they find out some framework which was the struts, which was very good enough in compared to advanced Java. Then they came to know struts 2 came into the picture. Struts 1 has been stopped. Then they came to struts 2. Now people are thinking to migrate their project from the struts to Spring. Even Spring also we was having Spring 2.0. So some of the project which was started as part of 2005 to 2008 now, those has been developed from the Spring itself. But now you will see people are not interested to develop their project in terms of Spring also. They are moving forward towards Spring Boot. But I will never suggest you guys you try to move forward for the Spring Boot, because Spring Boot having lots of automation and you will not really get to know what kind of configurations are happening in the background. And once you will be the part of your project, now you need to understand your project. Or for understanding project, definitely you should understand the Spring framework. So first of all, the first approach for the Spring, any kind of Spring development, we should have the POJO classes. Okay, what are the POJO classes? So it's a simple, we are creating one class like a student or employee kind of class, and we are simply configuring as part of our XML file. Okay, sometimes we are not providing as part of XML file, we are using some annotation to use like a bean, and we are using the Java based approach also, like method also can be treated like a bean. So that I will show you guys. Actually I saw that thing as part of my previous batches, like when I was connected last time with some of the students, like how exactly project is there and how exactly like a project is using all three approach of the object creation. What are the three object approaches? The first approach is Spring configuration using the XML. Okay, Spring Bean configuration using the annotation, or Spring Bean configuration using the method. All three approaches were applying as part of the Java. So you will get to know how exactly you can use all three approaches. But as of now, as part of projects, people are simply using all three approaches. They are not focusing on one approach. And you cannot simply say that no, I don't want to learn through the XML, I will go through the annotation. No guys, you need to understand project will implement all three kind of approaches as part of the requirement. Like I can give you the example here. Like I'm saying I have some AutoSys job. Those AutoSys job having some parameters. So those parameters should have some default value, and for those particular parameters I would like to pass some value. So in that case I can go for XML based approach, which is more worthful for me. Okay, suppose my project having some property file. Those properties files value need to be read first of all, and later point of time I need to convert, I need to compose an object with the combination of those properties. I'm saying I have 5 properties as part of my property file. So the bean which need to be created now may contain all these 5 properties or 2 properties. So the bean is not creating individually, it needs some inputs, and those inputs are being constructed with the help of Java at the rate bean. So no worries if you're not getting the visibility, no worries. I'm going to show you how exactly things are working. I'm going to show you the project, I'm going to import the project as well. In this way you will get the better visibility, but you should understand The Pojo based object is simple, plain old Java object. Okay, modular program. What is the modular programming? You have seen we have the Spring Core. You have seen we have the Spring MVC. We have JDBC. We having Hibernate. We having AOP. All those are the different kind of modules of Spring. So Spring is not always pressurizing you to use all the modules at once. Whatever is your requirement, just you go for that particular module and you can use it. This is the advantage of Spring. Okay. Integration with the existing framework. Okay, so I was talking about we was having the struts. Okay, so even it's getting integrated with the struts. ORM, we have object relation mapping technologies. We have logging framework like Log4j, SLF4j. Okay, even we have the Java logging also APIs, JEE, Java Enterprise Edition. Quartz is nothing but your cron jobs. You are going to have the cron jobs which are going to help you out to create some jobs. And JTK timers. Timers means they are calculating some particular they are doing some particular calculation as part of the requirement. You will get to know about the J console which are related to the jobs. So those things are there. So this is the one kind of integration facility we having as part of Spring. Testability. One of the best thing is that I told you we are using the loose coupling concept here. So here our program is more independent. It's not having the dependency over the classes. We can simply interconnect the classes or method together with each other. So that's why we can have the more better testability. If you will go through the diagram of the Spring, now where you may see the one of the basic module is the testing. Okay, so one of the best is in case of Spring you can go for testing, which is very easily we having the API for the testing purpose in terms of Spring. So you can test each and every layer. You can check the controllers, you can check the services, you can check your what to say business logic, DO layers, all those things you can check. Okay, Babe MVC. What do you mean by Babe MVC? So it's a one kind of framework, means module of the Spring, and it can be simply integrated with the struts as well. So this is again one kind of advantage for the dedicated Babe based application. We can go for the Babe MVC framework. Okay. Now central exception handling. So most of people are thinking I need to do the exception handling as part of Java. No guys, the exception handling is also available as part of the Spring. You can simply use the Spring based exception handling, and you have the exception handling in terms of JDBC, also in terms of Hibernate, in terms of Java data objects. Okay, so we have such kind of exception handling in terms of Spring. So this is more advantage to us. So you may heard about how to create your own custom exceptions. Those kind of things are possible in terms of Spring. Okay, lightweight. So lightweight means you are not creating much burden over the CPUs or RAM. You don't having the much high level containers or application server. Okay, here we have a small jar file, and EJB containers are not required. So if you read it properly, lightweight IOC containers tend to the lightweight, specifically when the compared to the EJB containers. For example, it's a beneficial for developing and deploying the application on the computer for the limited memory and CPU. So this is the one kind of advantage in terms of lightweight application. Transaction management. Guys, you need to understand anyhow, anyway, in the future you are going to work on the transaction where you are going to perform some operation related to the saving, related to the deletion, related to the update. Not only those things, it's related to the what is the exact definition of the transaction. Operation means one particular operation should complete or it should not complete. Okay, so like this you will see it's pushing more global transaction instead of the local transaction. So Spring is providing us one kind of advantage, and we have Java transaction API also. So if we are using the Spring now, we are getting advantage for the transactions where you will have more visibility, more control over the transactions. No need to struggle for small things in terms of the transaction APIs. So I hope you got some visibility about the Spring, why exactly we are using the Spring. Okay. Now come to the overview of the Spring. What is the overview here? Overview we already seen. Whatever the properties we have seen, the same properties talking about. Okay, we can have transition. Okay, I have given you one ideology. What is the dependency injection? Okay, dependency injection means you are trying to have the such kind of injection where other objects are dependent on you. So guys, I will suggest you first go through all those 5 pages. Guys, have you gone through those pages which I have suggested last time? Have you checked all those 5 pages of the first tutorial point? Ria, Sweta.
No,
Oh, okay, you have not joined, right? First two sessions.
yes.
Okay, Ria, have you gone through those first five pages?
Which first five is it, Lucky? Can you just
Y-
tell me
Yeah,
again?
yeah. This is that actually tutorialpoint.com is here, right?
Okay, correct.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. So,
okay.
yeah, so in this website, actually, we having first five. If you see till IOC container, you can go through those particular points. You will get one of the best visibility about the Spring framework. If you are the new to the Spring now, then how exactly you can understand the Spring, what is the how exactly Spring is working on it, how exactly you can do the setup of the Spring. All those things are available here. So if you will go through it, now if you will read it, you will have the more visibility about the Spring. Okay, so that I
Okay.
suggested you most of the people. You can go through those pages and you can let me know. Okay, okay. So dependency injection, I would like to understand from some of them. Ria, can you please answer me what you understand from dependency injection?
Dependency,
Yeah.
a dependency injection is actually object is dependent on the other object. Then, for example, given the example of the engine, like in the vehicle is dependent on the engine. Until and unless it is started, the vehicle cannot be started. So
Right.
similarly, the
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Please proceed.
oh, yeah. So yes, so similarly, the dependency injection like is likewise the same. Like one object is dependent on the other object.
Mhm.
It is not injected. Like if it is not injected the other object, then it can the operation cannot be done. So dependency injection is dependency on.
Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, right. Yeah, guys, so this is the dependency injection. Let me read it here, okay? And how exactly dependency injection is working here. So actually dependency injection is working along with the inversion of control, okay? So what I told you, the inversion of control, anybody know? The inversion of control I explained as part of the last classes. Inversion of control. Yeah, yeah.
Uh, yeah,
Yeah, please.
yeah. So inversion of control instead of you creating the object using the new key. So instead of you giving the control to the container, like you are giving the control to the other container, like the IDE container to create the object.
Mm-hmm.
So like
Oh.
like
Mhm. Okay, fine. Santosh, you would like to say anything?
So the inversion control is used for creating objects for us and managing our objects
Mm-hmm.
and application or managing the dependency. Overall, managing the dependency of
Okay,
things.
okay, okay. Yeah. So the main advantage of going for the inversion of control, now you no need to take care each and everything as part of the object creation. Even once object is creating, now like I given you one example yesterday. Suppose any orphan is there, for that orphan, nobody is there to take care of him. Like if you are simply creating the object, definitely you are not going to take care each and everything from the beginning thing till end. Suppose one particular object has been created. If you talk about the destroy, now you're not going to destroy the object. What exactly is happening? Garbage collector will come and destroy the object. And what about the between of the means before the means before the object creation, after the object deletion? So many things need to be taken care, like a human life. Once you have taken the birth and once you are going to die, between that lots of things need to be taken care. Suppose you have the parents, now they are going to take care most of stuff. You don't need to worry about it. So the same thing, I should not create the object. Object must be created through the Spring container. Spring container will be responsible for take care all the things. In this way, the object will be given to the what to say Spring Bean life cycle, and Spring Bean life cycle will take care of those particular stuff. Okay, I hope so you got the visibility why we should not create the object and why exactly we should go for the inversion of control concept. Okay, so let me read it here, you will get more visibility about it. So technology in Spring is the most identified with the dependency injection, the flavor of inversion of control. The inversion of control is the general concept and it can be expressed in many different ways. Dependency injection is merely one concrete example of the inversion of control. Okay, so it's one of the example of inversion of control. Like how exactly if you are not going to create the object, who is going to create the object? If you are not taking the control, who is going to take the control? Right? So when writing the complex Java applications, application classes should be independent as possible of the other Java classes to increase the possibility to reuse those classes and test them independently, okay, of the other classes using the unit. Okay, so what is the advantage of using the dependency injection? Okay, so I'm saying each and every class should be independent, but once it comes to the testing, it should be reusable. I should not have different kind of classes for same kind of activity. I can use the existing code and I can use it for the same kind of activity, right? So we are getting more reusability. Dependency injection help us in gluing, okay, these classes together and at the same time keeping them independent. So you are keeping them independent also, but once it needs to be created, it needs to be used, it is getting used. Like the same thing has been told by the React, like we have the engine, we have the car. Until engine will start, car cannot start running, right? So the same kind of thing you will see here. So injection means you are injecting what you are injecting dependency. How exactly dependency is being injected? So we have seen the setter method dependency injection. We have seen constructor based dependency injection, which we have seen in terms of the XML file, in terms of the annotation, in terms of the Java. Those things you are going to see. Okay, the same thing. Whatever I have talked, I have discussed till now, the same thing. Okay. Anybody ever aware about the AOP? What do you mean by aspect oriented programming language? Anybody aware about here?
No.
No, sir.
Oh, oh, no worries. Okay. So guys, see, you have seen the procedure-oriented programming language. You have seen the object-oriented programming language. The next approach is aspect-oriented programming language. Okay, what do you mean by aspect-oriented programming language? Like if anything is going to be happen, that need to be taken care. Okay. Like if you see the good example of the aspect like logging you are talking about, declaratorship you are talking about, security and caching. So what is happening whenever your application is going to be created now, then you don't wanna mess up with so many things. You just wanna focus on some particular stuff. Okay, so the rest of the things should be taken care automatically. Like if I'm talking about a declarative transaction, there are so many kind of transaction: declarative transaction, local transaction, global transactions. Okay, we having the logging APIs like Log4j, SLF4j, we have the security mechanism, we have the caching mechanism, all these multiple things are there. So those things need to be taken care once they are required. And I no need to keep lots of efforts. So this is going to help us to achieve the modularity, okay? And we are decoupling that stuff. So let me read the points till here to here, so you will get more visibility about it. So one of the key component of the Spring is the aspect-oriented programming framework. The functions that span multiple point of application called a cross-cutting concern. So suppose I'm saying you have a function and every function having some multiple points. Multiple points means what? Some of the point from where things need to be taken care. Okay, those cross-cutting concerns can be separated through the business logic. So one method having which may having the 2 or 3 business logic like this. So you can understand. You will get in more better visibility once I will show you the implementation. But you can understand one of the best way you are trying to achieve more modularity. Okay, you are trying to achieve more modularity with the help of aspect-oriented programming language. You are trying to do some decoupling. If some more dependency is there, some more things need to be taken care. Those things need to be those things can be taken care with the help of aspect-oriented programming language. Okay, so if I read this thing, you will understand it the proper way. The key unit of the modularity in the OOPS is the class, whereas the aspect is the unit of the modularity is known as aspect. So in the object-oriented programming, I'm saying the basic unit is class, but in case of aspect-oriented programming, the basic unit is aspect. Okay, what do you mean by aspect? Aspect is also one kind of, you can say, functionality or the class which is going to help us out to do some decoupling of the data. Okay, so how exactly DI help us to decouple your application object from each other. So it's object level decoupling. Okay, we are going to achieve the object level decoupling with the help of dependency injection. While AOP help us to decover the cross-cutting concern from the object they affect. Okay, so guys, I think so you got some visibility or may not be. Like you should you can simply understand some all the aspect oriented programming language, how exactly you're having the object oriented programming language, you have the aspect oriented programming language. We are trying to do some more decoupling, and we are trying to use the aspect to achieve that particular decoupling. Okay, any question anybody would like to ask? Any question here till now from the study session, from the today session? Yes,
I
Shweta.
have one question. Can you just repeat what is aspect in terms of
Okay.
the key elements?
Okay. So, okay. So as I told you, as part of object-oriented programming language, we have the class. We have the class which is working like a basic unit. But in terms of the aspect-oriented programming language, we have the aspect. Aspect is nothing but the dealing like a class. They are dealing like a method. They are dealing like for the decouple of the particular logics, right? Yeah, you would like to ask anything?
What is the meaning of decouple? Can you give the example of like how we
Decouple.
decouple
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
Like I'm not understanding.
Okay. So I told you loose coupling, right? Loose coupling is nothing but the decoupling, another
Yes.
terminology. Okay, loose coupling means you was trying to achieve the dependency, means you are trying to remove the dependency in terms of the classes, but in terms of decoupling, it's like in terms of business logic, in terms of separate tasks. Like I was talking about logging is one different thing, and what to say security is one different thing. Okay, so those are the some particular activities those need to be taken care. So I'm dividing the responsibilities, I'm dividing the functionality in terms of requirement. It's a decoupling, not only the class level. It's all about, let me show you, let me show you. See. So I'm saying suppose you have one function is there which is implementing the thing related to the security, which is implementing the thing related to the transaction, maybe the security, maybe the caching. So now we have four different functionalities and we would like to keep them separate. So we would like to decouple them. That decoupling can be achieved through the AOP, aspect-oriented programming language. You got my point, what I'm trying to say? So we are trying to achieve some more modularity. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to,
So we keep it as a separate.
we keep it as a separate.
I mean, yeah, written na, it is keeping it. It is separate aspect means separate, the separate class
Right,
actually.
right.
Is it related to that?
Right. So it will be separate aspect. So security related aspect will be separate, login related aspect will be separate. We are providing more independency. We are doing more decoupling. Okay.
And we can reuse that once we once it is created, so that we can.
Right. Reuse it. Right. Okay guys, so see, I just would like to show you some diagram. So just I told you like we have the one of the best thing, the core of the Spring is testing. So whenever you are doing any kind of development, you can always test your application. Does not matter you are working for the MVC, you are working for the JDBC, you are working for the transaction API, servlet, whatever you are doing, everything is testable in terms of the Spring, because the Spring is using the dependency injection, and this dependency injection is helping us to to provide the proper testing. Okay, how exactly the proper testing can be done? Because we have separate classes, we have the separate beans, and those beans are going to help us out. Okay, and if you see here, you have the beans library, you have the core library, you have the context, and you have the spatial expressions. Okay, so those are the four kind of jar files you having. So whatever module you need or whatever the particular thing you need, that kind of jar file be having separately, and we having all those modules independently be having available. So in this way we can achieve more modularity. So it's talking about the core, how actually core is helping us to achieve the inversion of controller dependency injection, how exactly bean is providing us the factory pattern design pattern. Okay, context is helping us to achieve the IAT and application, whatever the local, suppose I'm in Germany, my language should be German. How exactly the expression, instead of writing couple of calculation, just I will write one expression in terms of formula, and that is going to help me out to perform some particular operation. Okay, so those are the part of what to say related to the Spring. So those are the part as part of your basic or what to say the Spring core. Those four things come into the picture that you will get to know. Okay, and data access integration. How exactly data access integration is happening? So data you have seen as of now with JDBC connection we are having. Okay, we are having the ORM frameworks, that is object relation mapping. We have OXM. Actually, this is not being used in a very broad level, but yeah, it is being used nowadays, like JAXB, if you heard about. Like you are reading the XML file, you're converting into the beans, and you're using those beans as part of the Java. So OXM kind of mapping also working. You will get to know about the JAXB. Okay, GMS. So your data is not being saved as part of database. Your message is saving in terms of queues. Okay, we have the queues, and you are sending your data or packages from one source to destination. That is comes under the GMS. And the transaction related support, like I was saying, there are two kind of transaction: programmatic and declarative. Programmatic means you are doing some coding, you are writing some code to perform the transaction. Declarative means you are writing the annotation to perform some particular transaction. This is the advantage we have in terms of Spring. No need to write a 10,000 lines of code or 10 to 15 lines of code. Also, you just need to use one annotation, and that annotation will take care of most of the things. Like you have seen nowadays, for declaring any what to say bean, you are making something as a controller, or what to say service or repository, you have the separate annotation. Those annotations are helping us. Nowadays most of people are only using the WebMVC, nobody going for the WebSocket or the web portlet. Those are the old things, and nowadays nobody using. Anybody aware about what the use of portlet here? If you have gone through the classes, portlet you are aware about? Sweta or Ria, do you have any idea about the portlet?
No,
No?
all
Okay.
you do the Spring computer. So
Okay. So portlet nothing means we have the newspapers, right? Newspaper
So
coming. So
where to use the portlet? That concept is like coming and under the Spring, then where it is actually used,
yeah,
why
that
that
time.
concept is.
Yeah. So actually we are using the newspapers, right? Newspapers having some news available, right? So those having very minimum modification, very less amount of modification, and most of times it's read only. It's not dynamic. If you are reading the
Hmm.
newspaper not having any dynamic information which you need to input. Just in the website, suppose you are reading the online newspaper also, right? Online newspaper, you are doing something, entering data. No, you are simply reading the newspaper. There is no editing, nothing need to be done, but your data need to be published over the website. So such kind of static kind of data uh, which we need to publish over the website, in that case we are using the portlet. Nowadays it's a very old technology, and nobody is really interested to go for the portlet actually. Okay, so portlet is mainly used for the newspaper kind of stuff. Okay. I hope. Yeah, I think you got the visibility. I was what I'm trying to say, right?
Yes.
What I have observed, Ria and Sweta, actually, people's I think so they are not familiar with this Microsoft Teams, and there are very less amount of audience have joined us. The reason behind to have this what to say session, to not stop ourselves from the time limitation, but people itself not joining, then what is the use of using the new tool to connect together? But yeah, it's having so many advantages. If you observe here, no, it's having means you can have the people's, you can see the participation, you can share your files, you can write the content, you can share the content with the people's. Lots of advantage be having as part of this one. Okay, even you can have very good presentation as well. Okay, means if you are sitting if you're having the video call also, na, so you can have some background. Suppose you are home having some construction going on, or something is not good in your background, you can have your custom backgrounds. So lots of advantage is there. You will able to share the file, you are able to receive the file, even you can take the control. Most of things are there. So just experimental I tried today, but people are not joining much, so that is my thought. Okay, Ria, what I was thinking, guys, you are more interested for the interview questions, or you are more interested towards the learning in terms of programming? Let me know, because right now two members only here.
I said According to me, like somewhere you can just carry like cover the concept as well as the interview question, because most of the people is now going for the interview and preparing for the interview. So if you just spend 15 minutes or 20 minutes for the session, overall the session, so it will be better for us. So we can get that
Visibility.
visibility. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
people will interactly attend the sessions because everyone in house, like nobody can do the interview preparation as much they want to give the time for that. But if we interact in the session, might be they can understood, or they can like from that they can start learning, or they can just go with the interview kind of.
Okay. Santosh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you are more intended towards the interview preparation or more intended towards programming?
Yeah, interview preparation around.
Interview preparation. Ria?
Yes, actually, I was thinking uh, if the interview, if you are taking the interview preparation session, and if you don't understand anything, then you definitely you will explain us now. So, and interview preparation actually, and I am also getting the visibility like how to talk in the interview. So that is so if interview preparation is, so it will be more good, and many
Okay.
people will join. I think so because everyone is struggling in that only.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And actually, what the point is, everyone, like most of the people in the group actually attending the classes. So they are attending the classes, but they are not getting like how to talk in the interview. So maybe, so I think many people are interested only in an interview process.
Okay, okay, okay. So we will do the same thing. We will try to have the interview sessions. Okay, we will try to have more interactive sessions. So what I will target first of all, even I given the same kind of input to the most of team members. Like first of all, I will tell you guys. So do one thing. Just once you have time, now go through the Java T point. Java T point interview questions. Okay, here you have Java tutorial interview questions. If you click here, you have 300 questions as part of the Java. Possibly you guys have gone through the core Java, but definitely you are not aware about what should be the answer and how you should be answered. You can go through the answers, you can read the answers, and then I will let you know how you need to answer in front of interviewer. So this is the first of all things you can focus here. You can simply go through those interview questions. You can prepare yourself. Okay, and once you have prepared in a proper way now, then you can means like I will give one alternative way of timing to you guys. Okay, so first of all, you do one thing, just try to go through those interview questions. The same thing I will publish over the group. Go through those interview questions, not only the Java, whatever the additional technology is required as part of your interview preparation. Okay, so even it's having very good quizzes also. If you go through the Java T point now, it's having some good quizzes related to the core Java, Spring, JSP. Okay, so what is going to be happen, like once you will go through those quizzes now, so companies are conducting some assessment. Okay, those assessment kind of question you will also get the visibility, because I know people are already going through the classes and they already getting how exactly they need to code and what exactly they need to code. So yeah, that interview preparation we can totally focus. Actually, that will be the best way to go through the stuff. Is it fine, guys?
Yes, yes, but
Okay.
Yes,
So,
fine.
so because I have seen till 5 years of experience now, people are getting the similar kind of question. Even once I went for the extension now, so Hibernate related questions was there, and all Hibernate related questions was from this Java T point only. So if you click on interview questions now, you have company specific interview questions also. If you see the Infosys is there, SpaceX is there, Sapient is there, what kind of interview questions they are asking. I know it's not up to date, it's not 100% what to say coverage, but yeah, anyhow, anyway, you will get some basic idea how exactly things are working in the background, how exactly you can go through it, right? So we will more focus towards the interview preparation. So yeah, let me do the same thing. And if anybody is stuck in
Lucky,
somewhere, yeah, tell me.
Lucky can. There, like
In the
no, that T point, the website.
yeah.
Today
Yeah,
your voice is not audible.
Just something is there.
yeah,
Is
yeah.
it I think
Your voice is
process
breaking.
related something.
Yeah, it's having.
Better, yeah, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, yeah, actually, it's have you can open this particular website Java 2.0. You can go through it. Actually, it's having all the tips related to the interview, all the tips related to your different kind of designation, different kind of company interview preparation, topic wise, technology wise, all those kind of things are available there. You can get a basic rough idea how exactly you need to prepare yourself for the interview. This is the advantage in terms of Java T-point. So people more focus towards Java T-point. Okay. Okay, guys. So let me conclude the session, है ना? And I will update over the group, and I will say to people, hi people, we are just simply targeting the interview preparation, okay? And just go. I will share the link as well of Java T-point. Just there are 300 questions as part of the single session. We will try to cover 10 interview questions first of all, and I will try to have the answer from you guys. So like this, we can have more interactive session because you don't know how you need to talk in front of interviewer, because already you guys are taking the session from Amriprit, so I don't think so. I need to rig the things from the sketch onwards, but yeah, definitely from the interview point of view, that preparation need to be done. So that we will take care. Okay. So I was thinking for the path, what should be the exact path, how exactly we should go for it, and how exactly programmatically it can be implemented, right? Okay guys, thanks for joining. I will upload the session. We have also recorded today's session. I will upload the session. If you anybody having some audio issues, they can simply go through it and they can let us know, है ना? And on top of that, we are trying to connect on the Friday. Okay, Friday we will connect, not tomorrow because you need some time to read through the Java T-point. At least target first 10 questions. The same information I update over the group. So how many people will join? That many people can go for first 10 questions. So you can see here. You can go through here first of all. Here first of all, interview preparation. Where is the interview? Yeah, this is the interview questions. As part of interview, if you scroll down a little bit, you have the core Java. Okay, let me go through Java. So you have AWS also, everything you having here. See here, J2EE is there. Okay, and Java should also be there. That's why I'm rightly searching over the internet, over the Google. So many technologies are there. So many Power BI, everything is available here. Whatever profile you're looking for. So you will find out the Java here. Okay, you just click on Java, and even it's having the whoever looking for front end development, the Angular questions is also there. So the website is getting updated on daily basis. Actually, this website is Delhi based website, means our Indian website only. Okay, they are conducting some sessions. They having their own YouTube channel also. Okay, so yeah, this is the core Java interview question. If you click here, you are going to get 300 interview questions here, and you are having you can go through the interview question. You can give me the answers, what exactly you understand, how exactly you need to answer in front of the interviewer. Okay, and yeah guys, you can understand overloading, overriding in more better way once you will compare with them with the help of C++. Even when I will talk to my younger brother, he was simply talking to me, overloading means operator overloading. I say no, leave it. There is operator overloading over the C++ only, but there is no such kind of overloading in terms of Java. There is a function overloading on it, right? Method overloading. So there is no such kind of operator overloading. So guys, for understanding those concepts also, you can compare through the C++, and definitely interview will get impressed. Yeah, you're connecting the dots and you're answering in a very proper way. So in this way we can do the stuff. Okay guys, thank you so much for joining.